Hello, Barry Yenu. Steve Wanshons is back. Today we are here with my friend Joseph Kariuki. I've been lucky to get him yet again so that you can get clearance or clarity in what insurance is. Before we start, habari zenu, karibuni sana. Steve Wanshons is back, and as always, we start with the motivations for today. Today is a weekend. It's a Saturday. Mtazamaji, pombe mbili na nyama nusu hasiwezi kuzuia utajirike. Enjoy life, but make sure you save. So today here I'm with my good friend Joseph Kariuki. He is my friend. Call him Kariswa Insurance. And today we are going to talk about a very important insurance cover. I know many of you may be worried. Ama inastua sana kuogelelea, ila there is things that happens. So we are here to talk about Heshima na Faraja. It's a death cover. Karibu Bwana Joseph.
Yes. Asante sana. Asante sana Bwana Steve. Na salimu nyote. How are you? And today we'll talk about the Heshima na Faraja na tutaendelea vizuri. Thank you.
What motivated us to talk about Heshima na Faraja? What made us think about this kind of insurance? About them. Nobody of course want to hear that they are going to die or they will die someday. We want to live 100 years. However, it happens. So probably Mr. Kariuki can explain and tell us what we saw yesterday. We were with him, though in different times. Kindly, Mr. Kariuki.
Thank you very much again, Mr. Steve. Again, my name is Joseph Kariuki, and yesterday we saw something that we were very much worried, and it was an accident involving a matatu and a boda boda rider. And sorry to say, the boda boda rider had carried a passenger. So it was a fatal accident, and the boda boda rider lost his life. So it is very important to know about these things and to know that in the event of such, it is something can happen. You can get cover in the event of such incidences.
Very true.
Yes.
Dear viewer, I know we are not the only one who have witnessed an accident. It happens every single day. Nowadays it's become a norm. You find one. Today is a boda boda. Tomorrow is a car accident. You see what happened in Kitui. You have seen what have been happening in Naivasha, Mombasa. Even the ferry can cause accident. We have witnessed some. So death will start. Each one of us will die someday. Only that we don't know who today. What about having been prepared so that in case it happens, your family will be left with at least something? They can start somewhere. I know many of you have been left stranded and you had nowhere to start. But now here we are bringing you an option of what you can do in case it happens. We can take for our parents, we can take for our relatives, and even friends. So today we are here to talk about Heshima na Faraja. Mr. Kariuki will tell us what Heshima na Faraja is, and then we will discuss little of the benefits and of course the premium.
Asante sana. Now, when you talk about Heshima na Faraja, Heshima is respect. And everybody wants to live a good life, that is it.
So.
And you also want to live your next of kin or your family living a good life. So you don't want to live a good life, then after you are gone, then there will be a gap. Yes, definitely physically there will be a gap, but we don't want to leave you like that. We want to have something that will continue going on. So Heshima na Faraja is a cover that covers against death, and as Bwana Steve here, he will explain further, it covers against accidental death, and that is it.
Yes, so thank you, Mr. Kariuki.
Yes.
So, my dear viewer, it covers you against accidental death. All those deaths we have discussed, all those examples we have mentioned. In case you die and you are not prepared, probably it's a car, probably it's when you are climbing your stairs, probably it was attacked, you were attacked by robbers or even political violence. As long as it was not from an illness, it was accidental, it is paid. And we covered up to a maximum limit of, you see, we can't quantify life. So you are the one who can tell us, no, we know, we have come up with some limits, or rather AP has come with a limit, like 100,000, 50,000 and 25,000. But you can say, no, I want 200,000, and we can come up with such a benefit. So it will cover you for accidental death. And we also note and realize that sometimes you get an accident, it's not always that you die. Sometimes there is something we call permanent total disability. You may lose your leg, you may lose your hands. So those disability are also covered for. Not forgetting, of course, the medical expenses and the funeral expense. You see, mimi nimekuwa kwa kamati ya burial. I've appeared as a secretary in many events. And unapataka watu wakibishana, sisi tutatoa jeneza, mwingine anasema hapana. Maybe unasikia mtu amesema jeneza kuna let's say 16,000. Kuna mwingine anasema hapana, unaweza bargain upate ya 10k. You can imagine nini jeneza tunaongelelea. Yes. So with funeral expense, even if it's as little as 25,000, by the way, it's never little when you are receiving it. So if it's 25,000, you can be able to get let's say a good coffin. Yeah. So it covers all that. Maybe Mr. Kariuki will tell us about the premium. How much do you pay for that? Mr. Kariuki, over to you.
Thank you very much. Now, when you talk about the premium is the amount of money that you should pay probably in a year so that you can get this service. And for example, we have a cover that is only 170 per year. That is for an individual. And 170 per year is very cheap. And you can imagine the benefit that it will bring to you in case of an accidental circumstance happening.
You need to clarify,
yes,
that 170 is $1, is 170 Kenya shillings,
yes,
which is equivalent to $1.
Yes. Yes, 170 shillings only.
170. Imagine 170.
170.
Hata iwezi nunua pombe 170.
Hiyo ni pesa ya nyama nusu. Hiyo imefika nyama nusu hata
nowadays nyama nusu ni 300.
Hiyo ni quota ya
nanunua nyama wapi?
Ni quota ya hiyo pesa. Kwa hivyo our viewers, it is very cheap and affordable. But what happens is we don't get somebody to relay this information. So today it's a privilege that we are here and we are explaining to you about this cover. But Bwana Steve here will talk about the premium for a family and also indicate who and who will be covered.
You see, thank you, Mr. Kariuki. That is one for the individual. But we understand in Kenya we believe in having families. I mean, you are not respected in the community if you don't have, if you are married, you don't have a wife, or you are a wife, you don't have a man somewhere, and children. We need descendants. So we have come up with a cover for a nuclear family. That is the father, mother, and children. For instance, there is a cover that pays 100,000 in case of a demise. So the 100,000, in case of the spouse dies, the spouse is paid 100. The dependent is paid 100,000. For the children, because it's an added benefit, we pay 25,000. You can imagine, for 100,000 for the spouse, 100,000 to the principal member, who might be now the
person who is buying
the person who is buying the wife or the husband.
Yes.
Please note, I'm not saying that they will all die, but in case it happens, you only pay 1,585 Kenya shillings. 1,580. You can. That is not even $10, and your family will not be left in shame. If you are there and you are from Nyanza, you understand what I'm saying. I know people who are from Nyanza. Usually, there is a way you are sent off, so you need a lot of money. And even you from Eastern, be you from Mount Kenya, be you from the coast region, you need at least something. Remember, here now we are not talking about you, but your dependent. How will they be left? You can imagine only paying 1,585 or 170 for your mom or dad, or you, as in a family member, and 100,000 is sorted. So that's what we came to talk about today. We want to continue talking about those insurances that are not usually talked about by people. We want to make sure you understand what you are covered. For this cover, you only need your PIN certificate, KRA certificate, your ID, your copy ID, and there is a proposal form that you fill. If in case you come to Mr. Kariuki, we'll be able to assist you how you fill it. Also, I can also assist you. So it's something. So you see, why don't you just sacrifice your 170 bob? And then trust that, of course, God keeps us alive for many years. So today, that was what we had today. I appreciate that you have continued following us. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the viewers who have continued to watch Steve Insurance videos. Kindly tell a friend to tell a friend, and we shall appreciate. And at the end, we shall all be happy. So, Mr. Kariuki, I would request you to give the last comments as you give out your number and how one can follow you.
Thank you very much. Once again, thank you very much, our viewers. And I will say that this information is very important, because we say information is power. And when you learn about something, it is very important to have it and also take the necessary steps that in order for you to benefit. Thank you very much. And my number is 0702 853519. You can also follow me in Instagram and Facebook. My page is Kariswa Insurance. And thank you once again.
As Mr. Kariuki has said, thank you, Mr. Kariuki. Take the right step. Steve Insurance in Facebook, Steve Insurance in Twitter at Steve Insurance, Instagram, Steve_Insurance. I have two pages. There is another page, Steve Insurance. LinkedIn, Steven Chege, 0753-990-341. www.steveinsurance.co.ke. Once again, asante sana. Asante Bwana Kariuki kwa kukuja leo. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend. Asante sana, and have a lovely and wonderful day. Kubuka nyama nusu na pombe mbili hasiwezi kuzuia kutajirika. Have a wonderful